Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. So, the optimizer in me says we just need to take this objective and the battle will be over. But I don't want to bet on that. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Captain Murphy. We're going to bolster this squad. Cool. And we're going to pour it on and hit this German squad with everything we got. Nice! They're undaunted. Gosh darn.
I think I got one.
Okay, I'm gonna have Lieutenant Rao. Okay, what are the chances they can do that again?
Keep your heads down. Come on!
Still undaunted. Golly.
Move!
Okay. Gonna have Lieutenant Rao.
Keep firing!
I don't think Bolster is gonna cut it. I think he's got to rally and press. So that's what we'll do.
Once more!
Once more indeed.
On your left!
Really, still not enough.
Reloading! Keep moving!
Dang it!
Cottonbalers! Suppressive fire! Watch your flag!
That's okay. You're facing the wrong way now. Which means... this is dirty. Wow.
Let's march!
MG.
Keep moving!
Get him!
Frag out!
Man,
Follow
this
me!
squad just loves stabbing folks. This is my stabbiest squad. I've stabbed so many people with this squad. Golly. Alright. Well, I mean, as long as they're over here. I mean, hit the MG. You gotta.
Come on!
Another officer. Excellent. And there's the enemy AT gun. Curious. Not ideal. What are you? You're a flak gun. Alright, well. Hopefully I won't end up needing to take that out. Where's Rao's other squad? Oh, it's here. Oh, gosh. I didn't even rally them. Oh, I'm a goof. That's okay. That's okay. Not my best leadership, but we tried. Let's see what else we can get done here. Officer trying to move. Oh, it's a unit. Golly gee willikers. Get him, get him, get him, get him!
Hit 'em hard!
Took back my frickin' objective. Get him!
Take them down!
Really? All right, so they're pushing back in, trying to get the town back.
Don't let up!
Got him. You get him, Stern. Really? Still? Whew. Okay. Alright, so, and that's another anti-tank gun. Wow, Thompson's beat all to hell. Not. Oh, man. Alright, here's the plan. You sneak in the rear with Dearborn. And we get close enough to assault. And we just assault from the rear. And we pray like hell there's not an enemy unit kicking around over here. Shit. Be facing the wrong way. Yes! Get him, get him, get him, get him!
Gentlemen, charge!
Boy, howdy, I am clearing out a lot of enemy units. This town's chock full of Germans. Just stuffed to the gills with them.
Come on. Gentlemen, prepare to advance.
Whew. Boy, Dearborn is earning his frickin' trust this round. Okay. Clear shot from there. Let's see if we can see what on earth this enemy unit is. Do I maybe go this way? Cover's better in this building. Let's hope this isn't a mistake. Still not a clear shot, huh? But I don't want to... I want to activate Dearborn's other squad, though. So, we'll activate Dearborn's other squad. And I'm going to take this objective. I feel reasonably confident at this point there's not an enemy unit kicking around over here. And we'll see what that does to the battle status. I admit my hold over the town is not as rock solid as I would like, but it is what it is. Can activate Thompson's one other squad to get some fire support on this objective here. So I think that's what we're going to do. There we go. The Germans cease fire. A strange quiet descends. Alright, so this is probably the end of our battle here. They given up? Grant asks. You feel lucky today? Does this feel like a dream? Motion for the radio. You feel lucky today? Not that much, Grant replies. Then the silence breaks. German machine guns rip out. Rifles crack. Their focus is entirely on the town. Entirely. Counterattack we must hold? Scenario continues, loyalty -5, or we can't hold, leave them to the ruin. Accept a draw, raise the outcome of the men to a minor victory. I'm going to say we hold. We're in a good spot right now. Casualties have been rough. It's all rough, all the time now. This is just more of the same, but with the possibility of finishing the fight. The men might grumble, but they must also hold. All right. I don't know where that counterattack's going to come from. I hope it doesn't come from right over here. Get the squad facing this way. All right. Well, I'm not in a great spot to endure a counterattack with all my units kind of deployed all william-nillium over here, but we'll bring in the tanks and we'll rally and we'll do what we got to do. That's Thompson. I don't have a great sense of where that counterattack's going to come from. So my only way to shoot at this unit is to get up to here with a tank, which is a risk, but I'm going to have to take it. I know it.
Find a target.
Okay, that's an MG. Alright. I'm thrilled to be still finding frickin' German MGs kicking around in the town. Alright, so I need to cover the enemy, these other entrances to the town. So who? You. You're my man. And other Shermans, you're a Sherman. So you can come down here. And cover this avenue of attack. And then, let me see. Right, you're here. You need to actually point south. Actually, no. You point south and you hold. And then I'll have the Stewies come around over here and we'll see what we can get done. I think Stern's going to need to redeploy some to cover these southern approaches. How's the visibility from here? It's not great. Here's not great either. Okay. Again. We'll move with the bolster. We'll get Stern here. This is a good spot to cover this southern approach from. Yeah. Point due south. We'll grab the other MG squad. We'll get them up into here at least, so that they've got a good commanding view of these southern approaches as well. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. It's what we've got for the scenario we're in. Get these guys pointed south. I gotta nab this other captain with Dearborn so that I don't get flank fired with that. Gotta figure out something to do with this AT gun. Alright. That's Stern. And now the Stuarts. I think the answer is, with these two, I put this one in the trench here so that we can cover, again, this avenue of assault into the town. This guy we simply bring to here. To watch this road. Shoot her in anything that shows up. And that's the first Stuart unit. Now these other Stuarts I've got in a position that's not really ideal. I can't risk... They are going to potentially get beamed if they by this AT gun if they try to sneak up, but that's a risk I'm going to have to take right now. Because I got to get that AT gun out of the situation. It's currently facing south towards Dearborn's men over there. Again, what's the spot I want to be in to shoot here? Here. Okay. In the kind of cleft. I don't have the distance this order, but I can get there. Risking it. Okay, we're spotted now. 24.
Fire!
Beautiful. Good. It's pretty good. That should give this Stuart leeway to get into the town. Park in these trenches and hole up. Been a minute. Didn't expect to be doing a defense mission at the end of this. We'll bring this other Stuart up to provide some additional fire support. I think I'll probably spend all of its moves just getting down here into the situation. And, eesh. Where I really want to be is here. Don't have good coverage from here. But we're also protected from here, so it'll have to do. Any other tanks? Only the leader. Let's get him in a little closer. We'll get into this trench and we'll see what's what. Okay, well, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna need to take some time to rally, and it's not a good time to be taking time to rally, but I've got a lot of tanks, many of them even in good positions. So I'll see what I can do. Turns left 7. No sign of enemy units yet. We'll start with Thompson. Have him rally.
We're going back in.
Now. Captain Murphy needs to rally this squad. That's a top priority.
You know what comes next.
Beautiful. Now. Don't see any enemy units yet. See a vision cone, but only from that MG there. But let's do a vision check from this church here. Okay. Nothing showing up in the south here. Thompson's other unit's not doing super hot. But that's just going to have to be what it is. Dearborn's going to be next. Got a lot to do. Don't like that. Happily, I've got a Stuart tank I can shoot that guy with. Alright. First things first. Let's creep Chances of getting op fired are pretty low. Let's move. Okay, it's only an officer. You gotta go.
Frag out!
Charge!
Cool. And then let's move Dearborn to cover this approach from this solid cover here. This squad needs to get here into good cover and facing this way. And Dearborn's other squad, no chance. Gonna have to do that with another squad or another turn. All right. Well, we're in much better stead now. So let's pass on the command. Okay. Looking pretty good. Let's do a double rally with Rao.
You are Cottonbalers!
Very nice. And across the street into his other squad. And a rally.
Kameraden!
Well, I thought the scenario was almost over. No sign of any more Germans yet. But I can't afford to get cozy here. Still got to deal with these two units. Visual to this guy? No. But if I take command, not worth it. Not worth it. I'll need to give him a rally with Captain Murphy next round. Actually, let's get him into position to do that. Alright, that's the end of Rao for the moment. No German counterattack yet. Where on earth it would come from, if not from the south here. Alright, well, let's take some pot shots at this AT gun.
Hit him first!
Keep them badly suppressed. Let's grab this other Stewie. How's the shot from here? Clean. Let's just put him here. We'll just shoot the shit out of this officer. And maybe take him out of action. Excellent.
Don't let up!
Beautiful. Slowly but steadily, we're taking the town. Now, anything else I want to do with this block of Stuarts? I think their leader I'm going to put into this trench. And the remaining, where's the other Stuart? Over here. Alright, beautiful. Let's put this fella here. Well, it ain't perfect, but it's a good commanding view of all this. And between these two, they should be able to hit anything that comes by. Any other tanks I have kicking around in the backfield or anywhere like that? Doesn't seem like it. And when this is done, I think I'll think about maneuvering my units. Alright, enemy doesn't seem to have anything to say.
Hit him first!
Just trying to run that guy out of orders. Get his morale down. Very slight chance of him shooting back, which is why I'm only taking the flank shots.
Find a target.
Beautiful. And maybe one more just for fun.
Can't see shit.
Okay. Alright, well, nothing from the enemy yet. Do I have Stern where I want him? I think mostly. Let's get these... Let's get this MG across the street just to give better coverage. I want to put him here eventually. And that is going to be turn 14. Slow going, but I think I can take this squad next round. And then we'll be doing really good. So... 6 turns left. Sparks hurries over to you, a little paper flimsy in hand. Message from Italian, Capitan. He reports. Major Flynn says 1st Battalion is having trouble near the Jewish cemetery to the east. He wants us to tell him if we can maybe reroute armor to support them. Tell him we'll send the tanks over, agree to help 1st Battalion, or the way isn't clear yet. Do not send help to 1st Battalion. Well... Huh. I do have kind of more tanks than I know what to do with right now, but I am facing down a potential counterattack. He says the tanks. He doesn't say some tanks. The way isn't clear yet. I can't get stupid on this. All right. So, first thing, I've got to deal with this AT gun. And I gotta rally the squad.
We'll find the best way.
Can I press him? Yes.
Back to the fight.
Alright, so that means it's going to be Dearborn's turn first. Alright, I'll step up and bolster him. This isn't very good captaining, but...
You heard the captain. Get going.
Get him!
Come on. Let's send them packing.
Alright, hopefully that's the last German unit around here, and that might mean the end of the scenario. Next thing I gotta do is remaneuver Rao. Reposition him. Remaneuver. Remaneuver and reposition and other smart words. Him and his squads. Just to get coverage of this southern approach here. Okay, that should be alright. And then this squad move over into these these buildings here to cover this approach. That's all I need to do with him. So, Thompson will move south 1 hex to this building. That's all I need to do with him. I got this tank covering the approach to where Dearborn's hanging around. Maybe I put another one over here. What's the visual like from here? Nah, I gotta be in the crater. Wonder if I actually need... Well, first, I think I want... this Stewart... Oh, actually... over here. And last but not least, let's get Captain Murphy a little bit closer to the action so that he can do anything he needs to do. I think everything else is basically positioned to withstand the supposed counterattack. So let's do it. I think I might just keep going until this counterattack shows up, and then maybe we'll cut it for the episode. So, Dearborn's good to go. Could reposition his units, but he's okay where he is.
So there's this war.
Okay. I have a notion. That maybe this counterattack might not be materializing at all. A hope, really. Perhaps a vain one, but one I would like to indulge. Germans keep getting a turn. Let's point this tank this way. Is this tank covering this approach over here from here? Not really. Let's get them forward one more. And now, I say we wait out the clock. We hold the objectives, and if the enemy shows their stupid faces, then they do, and if they don't, they don't. Let's get Captain Murphy down over here with Rao's squad. I've had counterattacks show up before. Okay, come on, computer. You can do this. Don't be silly. We're at the end of it. All approaches are covered. No German activity. Let's get it done. We're holding the objectives. No Germans yet. We are sailing into a mission major victory at Strasbourg. A mission and a men major victory at Strasbourg. This will mean, if I'm successful at this, this will mean a mission and a men major victory for the entire France arc, which I'm feeling pretty proud of. All right, the men, major victory. The mission, major victory. Vive la France, complete the French liberation campaign. Screw your pocket, achieve a major victory for the mission and at least a draw for the Colmar pocket. No one out of action, sir. Continue with the story.
By that time, we knew we were going to see a winter campaign. There was no way out of it. The Germans were dug in and they were tough. And it was plain that until we got a lot stronger, we weren't going anyplace.
Winter continues. Mission major victory. 4 objectives secured before turn 15. Interesting. I got all 6 objectives. Men major victory. Casualties less than 10%. The shooting dies down. The cold sets in. It's not yet noon when your men take the objective. In front of you, Blesheim's wide central avenue stretches out to the east and west. Suck it, Adolf. Ours and fairly won, but this is not yet over. Suck it, Adolf. The enemy don't plan on letting you get away with it. Across the paved expanse, you can see figures in coal scuttle helmets move towards you, dodging from cover to cover as they mass in preparation for a counterattack. The Germans move fast, your men move faster. By the time the enemy advances into the open, your men are waiting for them, opening fire from barricades and windows, ripping the enemy attack apart in a hail of lead. Most of the enemy clear the way, but one German runs back in defiance of all reason. In plain daylight, he sprints towards one of his fallen comrades. With a fluid motion given strength by desperation, he hoists the other man over his shoulder, then runs back towards the German side of town. Half a dozen shots ring out at once. Both men collapse on the pavement. Neither gets up again. Once again, the road is clear. Excellent work, Captain, Major Flynn tells you when he and the rest of the battalion move up to reinforce you a few minutes later. You had a tough job to do, but you managed to exceed everyone's expectations. Even Colonel Heinches is impressed. He says you've even managed to top your performance in Italy. I sure hope so. Thank you, sir. Are we going to keep advancing? The Germans might launch another counterattack. Are we going to keep advancing? If we advance any further, we'll be overextended, Flynn replies. King and Love companies are going to set up positions along the road and see off any more German counterattacks. You and Nickel Company will fall back to secure positions and get some rest. After the fight you've gone through, it's the least you deserve. Yes, sir. If the Germans try anything funny, we should be able to handle them, the Major continues. If we can't, I'll order your men back up to the line, but after the pounding you gave them, I doubt Jerry will manage anything too serious. He looks south, past, Biesheim, not Blesheim. I misread the I as an L. Past Biesheim, he looks south, past Biesheim, past the open snow-covered fields yet unmarred by battle, towards the distant shape of Neuf-Brisach. Neuf-Brisach, and the Rhine Bridge. We're one step closer to victory, thanks to you. Dismissed. The Germans don't give up easy. Once just past noon and again an hour later, the streets echo with the renewed cracks of rifles and the roar of machine guns, but the Major doesn't call you up. Eventually your men eat, rest, and even snatch a few hours of tentative sleep in the rear. Then at sunset, the shooting starts to die down until the only distant sounds of 1st Battalion's fight over by the Jewish cemetery can still be heard. New orders from Battalion arrive. Advance to take up new position on the southern edge of town. The Germans are retreating. The battle for Biesheim is all but over. 1400, 5th January, 1945, 2 days later. Explosions ripple across the distant span one after the other in rapid succession, the beat of a thunderous drum. One by one the pylons collapse and the sections of orphaned roadway tumble into the cold waters below. The last bridge over the Rhine is gone. For the German army in the Colmar pocket, there is no way out except surrender or death. If the garrison of the fortress town ahead of you harbors any inclination towards the former, they're not showing it. The Germans in Neuf-Brisach have refused to surrender despite being squeezed between the Cottonbalers to the north and the Free French to the south. For hours, half an army's worth of heavy guns pound the city. Craters are blasted into the geometric perfection of the 17th century walls. Though outnumbered and cut off, the garrison of this last remnant of the once mighty German army in France refuses to give in. Your men look up from their canned K rations as a bridge collapses. Once quite a spectacle, now sadly ordinary. Only Morris keeps watching, his eyes distant and glazed. His full mess kit lies untouched in his lap. He's been like that since Biesheim. He'll be alright in a couple of days. Give Morris some time to work it out himself. Or I should check up on him, speak to Morris, chance of gaining combat fatigue. I'm going to speak to him. Regiment had finally awarded Frank Morris his long-awaited promotion after Biesheim. But as he is now, the man looks more like a wax statue than an NCO. He doesn't even stir as you approach, not until you put your hand on his shoulder. He whirls around, his mess tin clattering to the frozen ground. For a moment, light flares in his eyes. Johnny? Ugh, it hurts. He catches himself as he recognizes you. The light flickers out. His shoulders sag. Oh. Afternoon, Captain. He begins again, his voice dull. Crouch sure are taking a pasting, huh? You sure are, Corporal. How are you, Corporal? You look tired. How are you doing, Corporal? I'm fine, Captain. Just haven't been getting much sleep recently, Morris replies with a sigh. He takes a deep breath, but it doesn't seem to settle him any. I'll be fine, he insists, his voice wavering in a way that tells you he will be anything but. I'll just stay here for a minute, then, if you need to talk. You sure? No, you're not. No, you're not. Morris almost answers, almost. For a moment, the two of you sit in silence. He was my best friend, he says finally, quietly, voice barely above a whisper. He was like a brother to me, and I couldn't even save him. If I were faster getting on my feet, or if I'd been able to shout a warning, he'd still be here. Not buried outside some shitty little town nobody's ever fucking heard of. Tears run down his cheeks as he finally turns toward you. I got Patterson killed. What good am I to anyone? You didn't get Patterson killed, I did. Take responsibility for Patterson's death. Or, Patterson's death isn't your fault. Try and talk Morris out of this. I'm going to take responsibility. You didn't get Patterson killed, I did. Combat fatigue plus 10. Private Patterson was Morris's buddy, but you were his commanding officer. His life was your responsibility, and it was your order that got him killed. Morris doesn't have to answer for anything. You, on the other hand. Oh, I was the one who was supposed to watch his back, Captain, Morris protests. You've got 150 other guys to look after, and... Morris shakes his head. You both know there's no convincing you. All right. I'll go easier on myself if you do, he says with a weak, heartfelt smile. No point in both of us being sad sacks. Someone sees that, they might mistake us for a British outfit. There you go. I got him joking again, so that's what's important. It's not a very good joke, and neither of you laugh, but it's something. Whether it'll be enough to get him back on his feet is another question. Thanks for the talk, Captain, he says, wiping his face dry with his sleeve and looking down at his upended mess kit. I should probably clean this shit up. Morris seems to breathe a bit easier as he starts picking up the scattered parts of his mess kit. His eyes seem brighter, his movements more focused. You leave him to it. You've done what you can. How is he? Grant says as you return to your own campfire. He hasn't said a damn thing to me in 2 days. Evacuate him as a stress casualty. Morris will not return to service, trust minus 20. He needs rest, rotate him to the rear. Morris will be transferred to a desk job, prestige minus 2. Or he'll be alright, Jack. Morris will return to duty. Interesting. If he can't fight properly, he's a liability. I'm inclined to spend the prestige, but I'm going to need all of that for reinforcements. I talked to him. I think he'll be alright. Grant doesn't seem convinced. You sure? He doesn't look alright to me, Captain. Your first sergeant waits for you to budge. And Udoni lets out a sigh. Alright. I guess he stays. First platoon's short and assistant squad leader. Suppose Morris can take the job. Your company lingers around the campfires as the afternoon passes by, waiting for the inevitable order from battalion to assault Neuf Brissache. It doesn't come. Some of the men begin to breathe easier. As the hours pass without the order to attack, the tension almost drains out of them. Maybe the Germans have seen reason. Maybe they're already negotiating. Maybe there won't be a fight for Neuf Brissache after all. No such luck. Early the next morning, the outmatched enemy garrison pours through the gates of the shattered fortress in a hopeless breakout attempt towards a bridge that no longer exists. The air shudders as every gun within 10 miles opens up on them. The ground seems to boil with fire as the survivors are consumed in a storm of metal. The machine guns and rifles that open up on the survivors seem almost like an afterthought. By noon, it's all over. Not one of the Germans even reaches the banks of the Rhine. That afternoon, the road is packed with vehicles heading east. Tanks, towed artillery, endless convoys of deuce-and-a-half trucks, loaded down with American GIs, French Moroccan Spahis, and supplies for the push into Germany that is now almost sure to come soon. One motley band of vehicles is headed the other way, west, back towards France. The riders are all armed, but none of them wear uniforms, except for the tricolor armbands emblazoned with the cross of the rain. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Marie Ringenbach leads the odd little column. She orders the driver of her looted German Kugelwagen to stop when he sees him, and climbs out with an armful of dark bottles. Can you turn down the truck, please? Spoils of war, she explains with evident satisfaction as she sets down the offering before you. The officer who owned them won't miss them, and I wanted to say thank you before we headed home. The war isn't over. What about Germany? What do you do now? Thanks for the gift, goodbye. What do you do now? I put my life on hold when they took my husband from me. Housewife one day, maquisard the next. That was a sight. Now, though, she shakes her head. Feels wrong to go back to dust in the cabinets when he's still locked up in some prison camp. My war isn't over until I bring him home. Let's drink to your husband's safe return. War isn't over until Germany is defeated. I see. Good luck with that, Mrs. Ringenbach. Let's drink to your husband's safe return. Marie grimaces. To be honest, Captain, I'm not sure I'm comfortable treating it like a sure thing. I've heard stories of the conditions in those work camps, and she stops. Her composure wavers just for a split second. Well, I think it's better to toast something else. To gallant allies? To free France, then? How about to victory? Gallant allies, then. Marie glances down the line. Hell, why not? She shouts something at her driver and she uncorks one of the bottles. He hurries over a moment later with a pair of miraculously clean glasses. Marie fills each halfway with blood-red wine. One for you, one for her. To gallant allies, she toasts. Gallant allies. The maquisards don't linger. They know their part of the war is over. Several of your men swing by to say farewell, but to be honest, most are also there to stake a claim on the wine. The French motor on westward. You and your men look eastward toward the Rhine, to Germany. Whew. That's a loud sound effect. All right, near Neuf Brissache. That is all the time we got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.